Now, when it's working right, it's great. It's great when it's working. The issue is, it needs to work. All of the time. Not some of the time, all of the time. And not make your vehicle stuck for no good reason, requiring you to literally cheat to spawn another vehicle. Which I had to do twice, because the first time I told it to spawn a vehicle, the vehicle spawned halfway clipped in the ground and couldn't move because it was halfway clipped in the ground. This is not Factorio. This is Subnautica. This is Subnautica that I am speaking about, that I just finished yesterday. And I use finished in quotation marks because I went through the whole process of doing the cure thing, and then I just said screw it and cheated the last items that I needed to actually build the rocket and leave, because I was just done with it. I didn't feel like going back to Lost River and the inactive volcano zones just to get the last units of like the crystalline sulfur that I needed for stuff. It got me to the point where I just said screw it and gave myself the last materials I needed to build the thing. I did, however, go through the active lava zone and all that good stuff, and had a pretty close encounter with a couple of the sea dragon emperors. Now that's great. Literally dodging sea dragon emperors in a prawn suit. That was great. I literally YOLO'd the hell out of getting into that final facility. And what's highly convenient, thank you so much for the follow. It's highly convenient how they've designed that whole end set of areas with all the lava zones. It's really well designed. It's just the geometry sucks in those areas. The geometry sucks. And yeah, there is no good reason for the sub to not detect what's inside of it and have it attached to what's inside of it. And it is completely a Unity issue. It is 100% an issue with Unity. It is awful. Just because they chose to use that engine. Speaking of which, my issue happened to be a chair with not being able to use the Cyclops submarine. The chair didn't get attached. Now, why did I want a chair? It's because when you are sitting in a chair in Subnautica, time for you does not flow, so your food and water do not decrease when you are sitting in a chair and looking at your PDA. That is why you need to have a chair. And that is why I built a chair in the Cyclops, so that I could just go and sit in the chair and not have my food and water decrease while I'm looking at my PDA to decide what to do next. And it wasn't attached. Now, normally what people end up doing with their Cyclops that causes this issue is they put posters on the walls. Because posters built on the walls of the Cyclops also don't actually attach to the walls of the Cyclops, and it prevents it from moving. Like, this is really basic stuff. These are really, really bad bugs. And the devs just gave up and moved on to their expansion. Standalone expansion. Which they apparently have the time to completely scrap the story of and rewrite from the scratch the story for their expansion. Like, what? I don't even own the expansion, by the way. I just saw that and I'm like, wait, you have enough time to completely scrap the story of your expansion, yet you left in completely game-breaking bugs on the base game? I can't believe it. It's it's really bad. Really bad behavior. Like, so bad. So very bad. Next is Moondrop. That let's actually play the game, shall we? That sounds like an idea. Let's build our factory. That was a really long rant about a completely different game that has nothing to do with Factorio. It has literally nothing to do with Factorio. The only thing that they share is the ability to build a base. That's about it. Those are just the frustrating things. Now, I really, it is a beautiful. Subnautica is beautiful, right? It's beautiful. The VR is just amazing. It is the best VR experience I have had, and I have played Skyrim as well. I consider it better than the Skyrim VR experience in terms of how pretty it is. Yes, this is Guar. I do have Guar. I know it's going to change and all that good stuff. I don't know when it will get a rework. Subnautica is beautiful. It is scary. It is really great when it's working right. The problem is it doesn't work right a lot of times where it's really important for it to actually work right. It's like you put in all of the effort of building these really expensive vehicles and then have them get stuck and not even be able to move, and you have to figure out, why is this thing not moving, or why do I have to now spawn another thing or die? Like, it's awful. It is just awful. So I need one whole thing of these, right? I just need like one of these with a singular botanical nursery. It's almost time to take a break, by the way. Just as a point to make here, it's almost that time. I need this to filter Moondrop. Doink, doink, doink. Input priority. That's the seeds. Moondrop seeds. Moondrop seeds. Actually, probably want it on the other side, to be completely honest. Shift that a little bit. Moondrop seeds. Just go in there. Have some Moondrop. Oops. That's not the recipe that I need. Hold up. Moondrop seeds. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Just add water. Just add the water. And there we go. That's that. That is that. That will go forever. Ish. I do need like one other thing to actually make the methane. If I really wanted to keep this here without having an input, because this is actually supposed to be, you know, methane. That was the wrong thingy. But yeah, that is my alarm. It is now the halfway point. It is time to take a brief break for a few minutes. I will be back shortly. And I have returned. Welcome back. Let's make a little bit more progress. Let's make a little bit more progress on this build. There's no reason why I shouldn't have been, like, making the actual corrals right now. Placing the actual corrals by now. But, whatevs. We'll manage. We shall manage. By the way, aren't you the manure? Oh, I didn't actually I didn't actually do the request for the manure. Yay, that is not manure. That is manure. Manure! Wherefore art thou? There you are. Bring me the manure. Uh, the trains must be operating right now. There it is. There's the request for the manure. This one is the request for the moon drop. Ah, yes. So King is doing a lot. The Guar rework is coming, but so is like a bunch of other stuff. Uh, like the breeding programs that are still being worked on, as well as the new features that are being worked on. And he's apparently quite distracted with Satisfactory, which I do not place any blame about being distracted by Satisfactory, although I still don't own Satisfactory. I consider the fact that they released Satisfactory on Steam with a just 10% discount to be a bit of a slap in the face, considering that you could have picked it up for like $17 on the Epic Store during the Epic Games sale. During that summer sale, which I think has just recently ended. And yeah, when it's that price on Steam, maybe I will consider it. Or maybe if they ever release the thing through Humble Bundle, that will be when I probably consider picking up Satisfactory. Regardless of which platform it's on. I don't care if I get an Epic unlock if I buy it on Humble. I just want that option to buy it elsewhere at a relatively reasonable price compared to the absolute crap that is the Epic Store. Also, you are not moving. Why? Because I didn't actually tell you to give me Moondrop yet. You there need to give me some Moondrop. And it is on its way. Next! Now that the Moondrop is completely completed. Well, actually, technically, now it's completely completed. Realizing that I probably should have left a little bit more space, but oh well. Just a little bit more space should have probably been left. You need a little bit to get you going. There we go. That should help start the process of you cycling. Did I need the Relesia itself or the seeds? Because usually it's the Relesia seeds, yeah. Oopsies. It's always the seeds, isn't it? Yeah. It's always always going to be the actual seeds themselves rather than the actual Relesia plants. So it's the seeds up here on the food. So much stuff just to get to the food. We're not there yet. Oh boy. I needed Tufra seeds as well. That'll be interesting. Although I'm just bringing in the Tufra. That's simple. Next is the plastic. And the plastic. Right, and I need the tailings brought down as well. Come to the tailings. Out this way. I need the iron oxide. Iron oxide. That is our next station. Bones. Iron oxide. Bring me the iron oxide. I should have plenty. Okay, iron oxide. We'll go that way. Alright. Gasifier. Gasifier, step 1. Where's my gasifier? Gasifier, right there. Come here, gasifier. I need you to make me some of this stuff. Need some more pressured air. Pressured air. Usually I keep pressured air in this mess of stuff. Usually. I keep a pressure pump down there. Why do I not have a pressure pump down there? Reasons, I guess. Yeah, I don't need small electric poles. That can be you. And then all of the methane will be British, right? For a little bit, methane. Have the methane in here. That's that. I needed to use a splitter. Because that's not the only spot for the iron oxides. Let's see. Next is benzene. Fluid sep, DDC, DDC. Alright, let's do this. Fluid sep. Followed by DDC, followed by DDC. You there. You are making coal water slurry fuel. You have the wonderful job of giving me some benzene. And you have the job of producing plastic. Under whatever tab that is. There it is. Plastic! Yeah, that'll do. Doink. So, I'm doing this down here. What's the void again? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the void for that. Doink, doink. There you go. This is the void for these. And that. Tailings. Ended up in a pretty good spot. There you go. Have some tailings. Oh, right. There you go. Have some tailings. Some tailings. Just a few. I need the sand to, you know, move a little bit. Sand. Sand, please. Please. What's a free line? I don't even... I odd. There we go. I have determined that this will be the free line. Hello, infantryman. Welcome. Welcome to what is going to eventually be the actual full bone build. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's happening-ish. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. I spent a good while talking about something completely unrelated to Factorio. As you do. As we do around here. I was complaining so very much about Subnautica for a time. For a good while. Because I finally finished that game and was not particularly satisfied with it. Just because of the bugs. It has a debugs, and that is the problem. The major problem. What did Immortal miss in the last 15 minutes or so? Yeah, not much. I mean, I took a break and stuff. This stuff, I guess. What do I need now to bring over? The biomass. Biomass! Let's go. Let's do this. Biomass. This is another instance of splitting, yes? No, this is the end of the biomass. This is the end! I mean, I have not used mining drones mod at all, but as far as I'm aware, they do work with the nodes, the mining nodes, by default. I think there was a slight issue with them only sending, like, one at a time to the mining nodes, but that may have been fixed by now. I don't know. There was a slight issue with mining nodes, with mining drones, and the number of drones that could be sent to the single mining node. But I am uncertain. I don't particularly use that mod. I don't particularly play much besides this playthrough for Factorio. Yeah, so with Subnautica, it is a very beautiful game. It is. It looks amazing. It is a fantastic VR experience. I have an Oculus Rift that I haven't used in a long time. It is a fantastic VR experience. I just wanted to play it and sort of finish it. I decided not to complete it using the VR mode, but yeah, it is. It looks great. If only it didn't have so many bugs. If only it wasn't such a buggy mess. It could be so very much better if it wasn't such a buggy mess. There is no excuse for having my literal submarine not be able to move because I tried to build a chair inside of it and the chair wasn't attached to the floor. And the collision against the wall prevented the machine from moving forward. there's no excuse for having my dive suit get literally stuck in an area without water because it thought it was in water. Yeah, it was awful. Awful. These bugs. Terrible experience. Would not recommend. But there's nothing we can do about it at all anymore because they've moved on. The devs have moved on to their expansion, standalone expansion for Subnautica called Below Zero, where they have managed to decide that they have enough time to completely scrap their main story for that expansion and rebuild it from scratch. Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good decisions that these developers have been making. I'm gonna get rid of some of those soil extractors. Now, as for Factorio, the Factorio devs are not very bright either, considering that they have decided that it would be a good idea to put literal circumcised dildo screws that are literally screwing the earth into the game. These are literal dildos screwing the ground with literal spade heads, circumcised spade heads. Just no. Cannot unsee these things. One cannot simply unsee these things. They had significantly less phallic designs that they presented in their Friday facts stuff. Their Friday facts, or whatever you want to call it, their FFFs, had significantly better designs than what they ended up using. What they ended up using are completely phallic. They are beyond phallic. They are what they look like. They are. Why am I even using loaders? I don't know. Like, the throughput of this is so small. Five whole Fawagi plantations. I don't even need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a few. Doing this recipe. Give me water. Oh, I did build this. One tile. One tile off. Because I need this like this. There we go. Ta-da! There's the mushrooms. Next. Tufra. Tufra next. Tufra's next. Just 2 botanical nurseries. Yay. 2 beautiful botanical nurseries. Nice little input. Up. Give me Tufra seeds. What's the throughput here? Oh boy, that's a few. That's a few of those. Remember what I said about needing more space going out further from here. Remember what I said a little bit ago about needing to make sure that I have a whole bunch of space cleared? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Needs more space. Needs lots more space. Also, I think maybe they got rid of the... I think nanobots might have been updated to get rid of the damage done to buildings that are close to the thingies. I think they did. Yeah, these should take damage if they're in the clouds, or they used to take damage when they were in the clouds. They don't look like they do that anymore. So I think nanobots got updated to fix that little problem. Alright. There's no point to having this line of rail be any further than that. I can make use of the continued space, I guess. Let's see, who's next? You? Yes, you. You are next. You are Tufra. You are Bones Tufra. You are going to bring me Tufra. All of it. All of the glorious Tufra. I have tons of Tufra sitting idle at this moment in time. I'm just gonna go use this space. Of course that's off by 1. There we go. There's the Tufra. Huzzah! Tufra. Done. Now, by my calculations, that means that it is time for these 2 automated factories making the food. The food for these. Doinky and Doinky. The second. You, my friends. You are making... Where is it? Where is it? It is that nondescript orange icon. That is the one. That is the one. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus a fluid. By the way, is anyone else like supremely happy about the requester chests now accepting more than 12 items per request? That was a fantastic addition. 2, 4... Yeah. 6, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. One of these things gets to be its own thing. What is a relatively low throughput thing? Because I'm not going to have 3.75 be on the outside. God, that throughput though. Wow. On some of these things.